Guten Tag. Let's do one last video on the vertebral column. So we did a bunch, did so many already. We did thoracic vertebrae. We did cervical vertebrae. Got a bunch of cervical vertebrae here. Here we go. A bunch of cervical vertebrae. Only one more vertebra to do. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. The lumbar vertebra. So bottom 5 vertebrae are lumbar. This is a lumbar vertebra. It is going to have nothing super special on it. You know, there's no extra foramina like we had with the cervical vertebrae. There are no, little smooth faces for ribs. Remember the facets, costal facets in in thoracic vertebrae. Lumbar vertebrae have all the normal stuff. They have a big body right there, which makes sense because we're getting down towards the bottom, so we're supporting more weight. So nice big body. We see the vertebral foramen. Got the classic vertebral arch. You can see my pedicle here. I got my lamina right here as well. There it is. I've got my transverse processes. I'm holding it by the transverse processes. I got a spinous process. Spinous process is pretty short and stubby, which, it's not quite as downward as the thoracic one. More short, more stubby. I do see my superior articular processes, and the facets face more inward on them. I see my inferior guys as well, and the facets face more outward on those guys. So that is your basic lumbar vertebra. All right, done with that. Now we got the sacrum and the coccyx. So this is the sacrum right here, coccyx down here. The sacrum starts out as 5 vertebrae, and then they're going to fuse together, which is going to make it stronger. So depending on how old you are, maybe you still have separate sacral vertebrae. Maybe you've got one solid, strong sacrum. Coccyx, your little tailbone, not quite as useful. Size is indicative of that. 3 to 5 vertebrae generally fuse together to make one coccyx. So in the sacrum here, a couple things. Start from the top. At the very top, the body of what was the first sacral vertebra really sticks out. And the sticky out part is called the sacral promontory. Think about how prominent it is, and it is the sacral promontory. It is a good landmark. It tells us where our pelvis is going to basically begin. Our pelvic inlet is marked by him. Sacral promontory right there. On the lateral side here, this rough area is the auricular surface. Auricular because someone thought it looked like an ear, and I can kind of see an ear in there. Can you see an ear? Use your imagination. The auricular surface of the sacrum is going to articulate with the hip bone. In fact, it articulates with part of the hip bone called the ilium, and so it makes a joint called the sacroiliac joint. It's nice and rough here. The roughness is going to give it a really strong attachment. It's hard to slide 2 rough things against one another. So, auricular surface here, sacral promontory here. We do see several holes. I like to look through the holes. And these holes are sacral foramina. And spinal nerves are going to go through those sacral foramina. We see them. What else do we see? There's not much else. That might be it. We talked about the coccyx already. Sacrum, foramina, promontory, auricular surface. That, folks, is it. See ya later.